What's up, guys? So on this Shoky Power Rangers Legacy review, we're going to take a look at one of the new limited edition Legacy action figures of the original Mighty Morphin Rangers. These, of course, are those like Walgreens exclusive kind of metallic-y versions. And obviously, it's the Blue Ranger. Is it blue or is it yellow? Dumb. Anyways, so Yellow Ranger going on right here, and of course we don't know if this is Trini or otherwise, but it is, of course, the original Saber-Tooth Tiger girl. Clearly a girl. We'll talk about that in a minute. But of course, you got the obligatory plastic prison. Spawn's Power Rangers logo there. Exclusive weapons. Yay for those. All the other things. Yellow collection, Legacy collection, Yellow Ranger there. Mighty Morphin logo there. Limited edition. Yay. Nice little image right there of Power Ranger Yellow for ages 4+. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. Come over here. You have nothing. Come to the top. You got an upside down Power Rangers logo. Come around here. You have another window kind of looking at her butt. That's weird. Stop looking at her butt. Come to the back, and you have all 5 Rangers. Collect them all. Oh, this is right there. Yeah. So we got red, we got yellow, and I have all the other ones. We're going to get to them. I swear we're going to get to them eventually, guys. So that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and get her out. And you guys, by now, you've seen the Red Ranger review, and I have a feeling this one's not going to be too different. So let's go ahead and get her out and take a look at her. Alright guys, first and foremost, before we even bother getting into all the rest of the review, I want to show this. This is my problem with the Legacy line and the way they do things. Look at these legs. These thighs are perfectly lined up how they're supposed to be. Look at how deformed the legs are. Okay, now this one, mind you, probably wasn't all the way turned out the way it should be. But this one is lined up exactly as it should be. Look how deformed that leg is. That leg is broken. That knee is destroyed. This one is turned inward pretty badly. Using translucent plastics also on this and then doing it, look how curved. Look how absolutely curved that is. That is so unbelievably bad. Like, you can't actually straighten it out. Like, it would take probably some good hot water and then like instantly trying to chill it down to try to get that knee. That is so bad. And for a $20 figure that's a quote-unquote exclusive to be in such bad condition right out of the box, I mean, that's insane. I'm getting a picture of that because I'm going to share it. But okay, let's just let that be for now. We'll just set her back there. You still get the... It's not quite as bananaed as the Red Rangers was. Actually, the paint is pretty decent. You got silver tip there. I do wish they would add just a little bit more silver right along here and back there for the little blade blasters. And it does fit in there just as it should. And it goes on her waist just as it should. Although, a little difficult to push it in. And then let's talk about her weapons, which are the main party piece of this whole set. And it is the little power daggers, I believe is what they were called. You even get the... Come on, focus. You even get the Saber-Tooth Tiger coin molded in there. Of course, it's incredibly rough, but hey, it is what it is. You actually get the nice etching on the blade. These things are stupid soft, guys. Like, the blade is probably even softer than the handle, which I don't know how that's possible. It's all single cast part. These are stupid soft, I guess so they can hold them effectively. And you can put them in our hands, although hopefully it's easier than it was trying to put the sword in the Red Ranger's hands. Come on, get in there. Yep, she can totally hold them, like so. These arm joints are a little bit loose. I mean, they pose nicely, but they're just a little bit wonky. So yay for her doing this. That wrist is leading to some really awkward poses. It's just like kinked. It's like wrist. Okay, which way is that? Okay, the forearm should be facing this way. That knee is just absolutely pitiful. I'll try to get her posed so I can get a decent thumbnail. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk more details on her, because she's got some good detail work at least. The helmet is very nice. Definitely Saber-tooth Tiger Yellow Ranger helmet. Got some nice silver paint, black paint for the visor. A little bit scratched. Maybe that's just hair. Silver on the faceplate right there. Looks pretty good. Although I think the metallic paint, or the metallic plastic, sort of washes away some of the molded detail that's in there. You just can't see it that well. Neck is painted white. You've got a little disc hinge there. And it does also rotate in there. Probably on a ball joint if I had to guess, but not that much movement. Now I'm going to talk about the two elephants in the room. She has boobs. Very prominent boobs, in fact. Now, mind you, we had a female Yellow Ranger here for Power Rangers. That was fine. However, all of the stock footage was not a female. It was actually a dude. That's why the Yellow Ranger didn't have a skirt and the Pink Ranger did. And it was actually a guy over there. So, in a way, it's a little disconcerting. And mind you, they're not going to make two different chest molds. All the guys have the same chest mold. All the girls, or both girls, have the same chest mold. So they both have, prominent chestal areas. Which, it's a little weird, because you grew up with her basically not having much going on there. And now she's very, very well equipped, so to speak. So yeah, you do get ab crunch. And it's a couple ball joints, so you can totally do the matrix, whoa, like that. You also have the disc hinge shoulders like that, mounted in ball joint more or less right up there. You do have bicep swivel. The arms are so much smaller than the guys, it's funny. They did definitely give it a petite girl body. It's just, it works, but it's so weird. You do have the single jointed elbow, get you 90 degrees. You do have the same forearm cutout rotation as you do with the guys, although it does once again look a little awkward if you just assume that it's a flared out cuff. Okay, it's not that bad. And you get the kind of disc mounted wrists going on here. And like I said, the arms are a little bit loose. And come down to the waist. The actual waist itself doesn't rotate. She rotates at the top. So she can be like so. Hi. The morpher is very nicely molded. Got the silver, the black, the gold, the red. It looks very good. Even got the Saber-tooth Tiger molded in there just right. White painted belt. That's always a good thing. Move that out of the way. She got T-mounted ball joints. She can almost do a Jean-Claude. Almost. Gets hung up just a little bit. That's where some of the molding weirdness comes into play with the legs. They can rotate actually at the hips a little bit, so you can really turn it down just a little bit. You do have the same kind of thigh cutout, which, as soon as you turn it, breaks it. I would much rather that the whole operation be done up here. It would just look better, be a little bit more stable. This one's a little bit looser than this one. Of course, this knee is garbage. It is absolutely destroyed. This is what the design of that packaging does. It breaks the toy. And if you straighten the leg out all the way, because I didn't have the knee up completely, I mean, that is just absolutely a broken leg. She just threw her blade blaster. That curved hinge right there, just absolute garbage. I think I would probably have to put it in like a vise or something and just hold it like this for it to reshape properly. Now, it is a double jointed knee. It does work fairly well. It's not as stiff as the Red Ranger's was. I will say, actually, I think the yellow is working out better color-wise. And Aisha was the other Yellow Ranger. Couldn't think of her name until just now. You do have the boot cutout right there for the calf rotation, because human bodies rotate at the calf. And same kind of foot design going on here. Probably a swivel mount here. Disc hinge here. So really, I mean, you could put her in some poses, though odds are, because the feet are so small and the fact that all the joints are so weak, I doubt she could hold a single, like, standing kicking pose effectively. Maybe if I hold it down. Nope, that foot's just going to be too wonky. Otherwise, if it wasn't for the fact that knee is so jacked up, I'd say this is actually a very good looking figure. Gotta fix the stupid rubber thing there. Now she got a broken ankle to go with a broken leg. It's honestly making things incredibly awkward because you want to stand it where the knee is not totally jacked up. Stay. And there she is next to the Red Ranger. You know, he's way beefier and just a little bit taller. But yeah, guys, these both suffer from the same problem. The terrible, terrible packaging on this. And Bandai needs to do something. They can't keep charging $20 for a figure that's going to come out of the package damaged. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, especially because they're remolding these, so there's already going to be some mold degradation. And for the most part, I think the male Power Ranger's body doesn't change from series to series. They just give it different details, different paintwork. And I'm honestly not going to, outside of this particular special edition, limited edition line, I'm not going to continue buying these Legacy figures. I'm really not. With the exception of the Psycho Rangers probably down the line. Because I think those are going to be really, really worth it. Of course, they're going to be like stupid collectible. Let's see if I can get him to stand. He really wants to fall. And actually, yeah, she's got just a normal leg cutout where he's got this weird sideways slit leg. But that's going to be it for this review, guys. And yeah, it sounds like I'm hating on these constantly throughout the review. And for the most part, it's not the fault of the thing. It's the fault of the packaging. That knee is just absolutely done. It's absolutely ridiculous. So guys, if you like these things, you can pick them up at your Walgreens, find them online. I'd say go for the regular ones if you're not too worried about having the metallic. But the weapons themselves, people have been buying these things, taking the weapons out, and they're trying to resell these things with no weapons. And nobody's going to buy that. Everybody just wants the power weapons. It's crazy. But guys, as always, I want to thank my patrons. John, Angie. As always, I want to thank my patrons. John, Andy, Steve. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to know about the Patreon, it'll be on there on the screen. And remember, as always, guys, keep on nerding.